Alright, hello and welcome y'all. I'm back. My co-op and I'm back. There we go. In the right order. I just realized that I forgot to put a video up in the morning before this goes up. Didn't realize until not until this morning. Had an early wake up call. It's called Storm. That was the alarm clock this morning. Okay. So this is, I don't know, I don't think I will count this as an official devlog, but it's probably going to be mainly about one cup at a time. It's going to be the development because I haven't done any development all day today. So I guess I can, no, I won't spoil it yet. I'm actually doing well, mostly done today has been doing art for what's outside, getting that going and everything like that. So we get that coming soon page up and ready. Still need to think of the background. I don't know why that one's so hard to think about it design. One cup at a time was easy. I came up with one. I'm getting a bit bored of doing that type of style, type of thing as well. I want to get it done, but at the same time, I don't know. You know? It does not make sense. Alright, we also, with the stovetop, I got multiple jobs to do at the moment, is fix up stovetop to accept. So look for the recipes and accept it like that. Oh, that is something I have to remember. Okay, so that's a good idea that I gotta go back to. So what I'm gonna do is move these ones into, I'm gonna find a recipe. Open up the code. So now they become their own balls. Yep, they're male cows. So we can bring it here. Then we have to be accessing through the recipe. And it all equals false until we get to the one that we're gonna do. And it will go through stovetop as well. So we're gonna have to eventually add the whole camel slice process, or condensed milk at least, to here. I think we're also gonna end up eventually hitting another problem as well. We also need cooking time as well. That's actually an important one I didn't think about either. Got bitten by probably a mosquito on my lip, and it's just been itchy all day long. It's been much on the worst. Pretty much taking away this as well. I'll just go. I come back being oh yeah, I want to do this. Then it's hit me how much of a job I have to do. Kind of sad. I do need to open this up so we can enable the code because, well, I have a memory of a sieve. With very large holes in it. Good old saying what that one is. Pretty much should be done this, pretty much. On this side of the lands. Well, it's made for the oven, but I do have to make a time for it. I have to make a separate like oven and stovetop timer, won't I? I'll put that down somewhere. I'm gonna have to get rid of a lot of vandal code in this one, won't I? Available stove top cooking time. So this has to be the time specifically, I guess I should make that clear. 0. Then oven time. Which means we can go biscuit base. Yeah, that reminds me of something. Maybe with this 6 out, but not a problem I encountered. So what I also need, oh, well, that one was weird. Probably makes sense if that one's been the weird one. That actually reminds me, let's check to see if this bug still exists. Z, nope, Sift. Shifty boy. Oh no, it's still down somewhere. Excuse me, you bloody bugger. It's gonna be that hard to find what we need. I don't know, it's just gonna put a little whinge. Why not like the new method thing I added in? That's problematic because I was gonna make the ingredients like that. Basically all it is gonna be a set order so it can go for that, but it doesn't seem like it really is having a problem with that. It's not getting it, and it's kind of annoying when it does that. Fake recipe. Might be something else I messed up along the track as well. I don't know. Let's see if it does reverse. What the hell? Okay, that's kind of annoying. That has to be a little bug. I swear to you, I've not changed it that much. Oh, I mean, a new method thing in, but that should not affect it getting its name. Seems like the problem is trying to get the name pop or something. You just want to acknowledge this. Doesn't get that. But it should get it. database. This is where it gets its singing stuff from. I just realised we have not bought any. There we go. Connection not in field. We have not summoned that in any time period yet. Or any moment. Oh, and there's these 2 bits of code. I don't know. This feels so unreliable, that guy does. In its own way. I don't know if you understand that or not. Oh boy. Really? Okay, it doesn't like that. Yeah, okay, this made it worse. It's just like the hot bar all over again. And what the hell is wrong with it? Seriously. God. Hey, what the hell is the problem, mate? The problem is it's not that like it was doing all the mixing bowl because no. It's the fact that it's not registering the mixing page, the recipe page at all. Sometimes you might end up that problem where it's just like it wants to do that and it has a little cry. That doesn't really mean stop the game entirely. I feel like it's just like move on, buddy. Boom. I guess that does not work either. What the hell? Oh, this makes this is fine first. No, I thought this method would be nice, but yeah, maybe I'm expecting too much. I'm expecting to work out all nice and everything, but no. I don't think it is. Looking as I wanted to. Let's see. Let's start list. Baked goods. Okay. Homepage. Others. So it's not the copy. Bread. Okay. Biscuits. Weird. That's definitely where that one is. That's a bread. That was a bread recipe. Oh. What? Ah. Yeah, maybe it's this. No, shouldn't be. No, that only works in the mixing bowl. I need to pull my teacup up on my mug. Yeah, my teacup is a coffee mug. That holds a lot more than just a bit of than a teacup does. My sister ended up getting a real fancy, like, tea mug. Well, not tea mug, teacup. I kind of like the mug because I have like just have 3 cups, each rotating between using for coffee or not. But I tend to like the white ones for tea because I feel like when you get a really dark colored cup, it's really hard to see like the color of tea and how much you got left in there, especially when you got black tea like I do most of the time, which today I got bushmint and black. Bushmint had enough little buggers, so I took some off in. Enough leaves. What is number 1 on the list? Maybe I should look at that. Baked goods. Gone Westby. Why is this Gone Westby in there? Huh. Yeah, I was expecting more coding. That one is problematic then. We're not having that issue anymore. Okay. We still got to figure out that kind of like math to go backwards. Let me figure out if I could put a little 1/2 down there so that makes better sense than 0.5. But now I actually want to do the candidates thing, seeing as the method thing is in the button. Seeing that is buggered. Do want to do that before we really get into making more Westbys. Probably with my head today a little bit, but we can use this order. Since the idea between the gainers is that they're ordered in the way the method is, so we can do that. And I get to where it lives. I don't even actually know where it lives. It lives in the Westby book itself. Okay. I was like, I don't even know where this lives. I'm just thinking if I should jag these ones down here. Probably should actually. That wouldn't hurt. As long as we don't run into the same number usage, that's the problem. Might just, cut this. I'm gonna do this a real lazy way where it's, oh no, it's already trying to get me. But it's gonna bite me in the ass or not is a different question. one there. And was I working from again? I lost it. Here. Oh, I need to have like the cooking time somewhere as well. It actually would be helpful putting it into the recipe over here, so that we can have the cooking time in the main recipe itself. Oh my god, I didn't realize I had. I did it by myself, I think, a lot of that stuff. Figuring out how to get the oven connect to the timer and the recipe. Technically, I have to connect the oven. I have to connect the stovetop, very similar to what I did the mixing bowl. And I have to connect the assembly station like that as well. And same with kneading. But you know, Mr. T, there we go, it's pretty easy. Here's some bushmeat tea. So you know what? I want to have, make my tea that I have. Okay, this is kind of annoying with this mosquito bite on my lip. Little hot day. It's nice, isn't it? There we go. Look at this. We got Black and Bush. Billy, tell that I named them. I feel like it's a very Australian name. Well, I'll have to shorten it down. Can't be long words are our enemy. It's kind of sad that I don't get to see the jam jobs much in the shops and much more. I'm pretty sure like the most common, like popular, like supermarket biscuit brand did have them at one point. I remember them being around when I was younger. Probably I haven't seen them in a while. I just like never like seen them, but you know I didn't actively look for them. But I never like seen them in a long time. You know, something you like see once in a while. But you know, I was thinking that when I was after a long time before I was thinking about them again, I was like, huh. You know, that time when you're like, huh, I have not seen them for a long time, when you usually like catch a glimpse of them. Like that's insane. Like between like probably mid 2010s to late 2010s is like probably when they start them. Oh, I just don't see them in the shop. I'm like where I am. But I haven't seen it down like where we came from before down south, southern lands. I actually wouldn't really be surprised if they're more popular down, like, more out of the city, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised they are popular in the city. There's these sandwiches ones, but, you know, like, traditional, more, or at least more common jam jobs that I'm used to usually just have, like, basically you have the biscuit, and then what's design, what you gotta do is design the biscuit, so the biscuit's got a dip, like basically like a mini lake of lamb or jam. There we go. That's basically what the jam jobs are. It's like this. How dare you do this to me? Which leads us to our next outcome is outcome. But you probably have to go. Where is jam types? In there. or type in the name. I might bookmark this because I'm gonna need to do something with these later on within the recipes because jam chops aren't gonna be the only one with, you know, multiple recipes. The scones do too. Why not actually adding crepes? Crepes seems like a good overall one as well. Every day must focus around the stovetop as well. Any like more different like types of cooking later on too would be interesting as well. Even if there's like for different areas. Like I don't know, I'm still on the idea of areas. I would like to add in like different areas for different cooking experiences. Whether they are based similar or not. Maybe we just keep one. I don't know. Got distracted. I wonder how to look on the radar like I know, but like the weather. It looked like the clouds were getting a bit gumpy, but that didn't happen. Like this morning, they were really gumpy. Yeah, I actually find when I went down to the garden like today, one of the pots were like flooded. So I had to get a lot out of that. Like one of the bush mitts were in there. Someone planted in there. I keep probably like the water, but I don't know about the other plant in there. I probably would kick them off the edge. Could have kicked them off the edge as well. Like it does. It's a proper like what's it called? Turkey? No. One of those terracotta pots, and it would have draining holes in the bottom because the other ones next to it are basically the same, and they don't flood like that. But while I was tipping it, I discovered it's buried itself into a hole. It's 5 miles deep, so I bet it's not really true. Don't take me too honest on those words. Oh yeah, I'm gonna also have to add this back in there. Yeah, that's the reason why I said end up like remembering how much the stove top does need before it gets transferred into something a bit more closely resembling to the mix and bowl. I really like how the stove top looks. I really like that design. I realized too when going back to the art and the buildings, I'm gonna have to like redesign a lot of the baking stuff for the in general, but some of them I might actually still keep around. There's like a stone oven I made early on, but I might keep that around. You know, some people might use that, or someone still might use it. You know, like sometimes there's more a way, authentic traditional way of using like a stone or something. And just a different cooking method. And this oven just happened to be more popular. I mean, I don't really judge you too much if you like, oh yeah, I want to have like this kind of good oven. Like that's fair enough. Like you got the money to spend and you like cooking, then yeah, go ahead, get the fancy oven. Or you wanna believe that it is better for your style of cooking as well. That's an interesting thing to think about too. Is that some things are better, some things go better with different styles of cooking than others. Like a bread oven, a type of oven that works better with a bread might not work as well with a cake. You know, it's probably a good idea if an oven's not working the same. Oh, I'm not meant to click off that. I was just meant to click on it. There. Ooh, the weather radar refreshing was annoying me. I can't remember what I was doing at this kind of moment. But before I was doing something, and then I just lost what I was doing. I literally cannot remember. Oh yeah, making sure the book works. So we use Shifty, boom. There we go, and that's page 2. That's page 1. So I've set up page 1 like that now. I'm just making sure it's not like gonna have like a clay. Gotta make sure it's alright with me doing things to it. Little whinge. It's alright, buddy. I feel really mean actually saying it like that. I realized. I feel really mean now. It's alright, buddy. Like, you're just trying to help me, okay? Yeah, no, I feel really mean saying it like that now. Yeah. I do. We cut that and then shove that in the mixing bowl. I don't know what people think when I'm like really rough. Got off attitude with technology sometimes. And I just think you just haven't used it as much as I have. This attitude comes from there. You know, like the old, like gonna be like, too much screen time. No. No. It's the fact that technology is a victim of things being lesser quality. I feel like technology, like I said, technology is one that, you know how you got tables. At one point, you know, you had your wooden tables or really good tables, and then now you have your bad tables. But, you know, technology never went through like a phase of that. It's always never been that good. Never been the best it could be. Like, you know, when a carpenter makes a table, there's a good table, but you don't have, with computers, you don't have your equivalent of a carpenter. And I just mean, mainly I'm talking about the physical build as well, not just like the programming. And still then you don't really have your assembler builder of like mass produced type of easy to put in code. But you also, like, sometimes it pops up with a lot of people who've done open source code. So they're more likely to be the carpenters of the computer world, you know. Someone who's taken the time to build something. This is game developers are a bit more too. Unless it's the most milk toast one. But I guess that means they're more mass produced. Like, it's pretty interesting to align those two together, isn't it? But, you know, my personal opinion does feel like that it never had its era of where everything is really good. Unless it did really early on. I don't know. But a lot of time with technology as well, you have it moving very fast. I know, I'm not missing anything up here. I don't really have a problem if you guys do copy the code that you see on here. Next problem is, as long as you don't like try to be mean about the code and be like, oh, this is all mine. Like, yeah, I want to share the code. I copy the code because every time you, like, for example, I've copied code from other people, and you know what, that's not the same code in the end. It's pretty much, I use the same, it's basically, I guess, you use the same tree to make something out of wood. And there goes the wood. And then it's used again. But you're carving something completely different out of that wood, rather than the person next to you having the same bit of wood carving something else out of it. That's how I feel like a lot of time with coding. Like, that's what's kind of mean to be like, oh, you can't see this at all. I was watching a video where they're really blocking really good code, which should be out there to make good games, because it's like a really good system. And someone should be getting that code, evolving it into their game or a different form. Because there would never be one coffee another one coffee at a time. I mean, yeah, you can directly copy it, but in a way, unless you're like directly copying it, like line to line, never will be. Like you can inspire from it and pretty much use similar code. But I guess that's pretty much copying. If you even if you make almost a dead copy of it, like something a little bit different. But then if you use some of the lines of code, like if your game's different, and that means that code has to evolve into a different formation. That makes sense. Like you can have pretty much another type of cooking and baking game, but then there'll be some things different from that to what this one is. Like Plate Up's not the same as this one. But I guess it's two different aims as well. Like that's a very interesting one to think about, because Plate Up's meant to be like a type of game that gets you like energetic in a way, and like the idea is meant to be automated slowly. It's meant to be about speed. It's not about like different types of meals. Like this one, I wanted to focus on cooking itself and different foods to cook. And the fun part about that serving, it's meant to be much more of a casual, slower pace game as well. It was intended for this one to be. And not to be as like devastating on it like we do Wentz and all that, like But not to say that there won't be a level in the future that if I do multiple areas, like there could be an area that is more demanding of Wentz in a way. But even in Australia, like I was looking at like one point offices, and it's just cheaper than a house. Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. And shop fronts, like a prime area shop front, like oh my god, that was still pretty cheap. It's probably easy to like get the right spot, and you gotta make sure there's like almost multiple ways to get to some like places like that as well. I still can't. I'm mixing that. I think I did do what I wanted. Blame the storm. Forgetfulness. Actually, no, the forgetfulness happened long before Storm did. I forgot the whole video like yesterday. Shifty. Now. Where's my biscuit? So we're gonna go down to this recipe right here. And what I want to do is come to here. And the stovetop is gonna be at the bottom. Now let's see if this works or not. Or we just waste our time. Oh, I've mainly just wasted my time. Biscuit, come to me. Look at that. Oh my god, that works. Oh, I feel really smart with that one. Yeah, I've got to have like the easy level and then timer over here as well if it's got a cooking timer. That's like OP. Because I want this over here. This here is meant to be a default order. That's the point of this over here. And the other order is not meant to be a default order. The next problem is, did that change everything? It shouldn't have not changed everything. I think that should be not on the bottom. Yeah, see? And we still get this order. That's why I was going for with the ingredients at first was a string, but then I had to do a resource because I wanted more information, like the amount and name of that. So we ended up doing another resource, which gives us a string a number amount that we need all this information for it. And a max number later on as well we're going to need. See, this is for the 2. That's so we can do the flakes and chopped chips later on as well. And we also need a texture as well. That was the best form of doing it as to have more values onto it as well, pinned to it. We still, I kind of am a bit annoyed about this. I still have to like, I can make copies of these over here. Yeah, but I still have to make sure they're individual. I guess it's not that bad. Like you can easily just change them in here and all that. Like hopefully this works out pretty well, because you know that'll be like devastating to like the future where you can add in more and more and not have to worry about that. And then this reminds me about organization. I guess we can put all the rest in the same hole. Have to mess with Unknown Dragon sometimes is the have to be trying to organize it as you go, but then sometimes, multiple times, there's copies of things. Makes it hard to do that sometimes. Might have to find a setting to turn it off. And then we also got the mouse here where we gotta also set as well. We gotta tell the access that, because at the current moment we do have scones which, yeah, I mean, depends on how horrible you want to be. You can put milk, we'll put water in it. You put water, milk, any real liquid, I guess, in there. I guess you could put oil in there. Would still work. I don't know how well that's going to taste. I mean, water taste is a bit in the middle. So I had to substitute it for milk when I went out of milk. That's a good idea for you in the future if you end up in a position where, oh no, I went out of milk. Just put a bit of water in it. Better than, you know, wasting it all. Unless you do want to go for a small trip to the shops. I feel like. I was just thinking of like the city, like, be interesting, I think, being in depth into like the proper city. But if you get in like the right spot in the proper city, it would be a lot like it'd be quite nice. Actually, if I was to be in the city, I want to be nearby a train station more or less, because I feel like if you can get around like the whole full city, it'd be really good. That's probably where I am now, actually. Transportation is pretty lack. Even if we're like that close to the city, like, we should be having transportation before I even came here and moved to this place. I don't know how they like the anti-transport, the light rail people. Just so we're clear there. Like while people like all around the place, and then the ones who are like, oh, vote no for this just in this place is nowhere to be seen. I've only seen the people who vote yes for it. Like, do you know, are you aware how bad you are? Or how, like, you gotta wonder, are they aware how racist they sound? Like, sounds alright, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, you get to undo it if it doesn't work out. Like, what? I think they're just gonna undo it anyway because that's what type of people they are. Can't hide away my own politics, silly. But it is very silly. Like, it's meant to add in a voice to Parliament. Specifically add in a voice. They don't have any voting power, they're a voice. Like, I've said this before, I reckon that'd be pretty good. Like, I read the book that they sent around. And, like, if they were taken seriously, like, a voice in there, like, that'd be really good. That's my only problem. I don't know if they would be taken seriously. Apparently there's meant to be other voices in it, I think, as well. Because you do need that improvement out there in the board, specifically at the moment. Because they're doing way worse than anywhere, like in the city. This is how I'll get rid of anyone who doesn't agree. who's like I guess not a left on the spectrum. I'll get rid of anyone who'd be annoying later on. I don't know how we go about that. I'll say that. Yeah, so this is how I did the method order. Just like type it up and all this. I had to type it all up like in a sub order, so whenever I add a machine, I gotta add in there or whatever the proper order is meant to be added in. And then you're seeing the code down here. That's not white code or white coding one area code list. Then you see it down here where it's all added in and all that. I didn't really need to do this, but I did do this and make it a function. I don't know, maybe it helped me out, maybe it didn't. Or maybe this doesn't really matter which way I did it. I guess it saves me looking at so many words. I could have put these ones in there. I could also save myself like lines of code as well. If I just, like I say, bought the Westby page and all that and organized them like that. Like I could have done that, but and have all these like lines here all into one. Same with these, even that. Like I could have merged it all into one area in one code if I really wanted to. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to have unnecessary lines sometimes. I could be fancy, but you know, there's so amount of time off. I could do this good. Or do this like this. But then, you know, it basically will work the same as it is now. It won't improve the quality or speed. It wouldn't matter, but if it does improve quality, the speed, then it wouldn't really matter because it's not one about speed. Plus, we need to save up processing. Then that's when you think about that, or space. I'm gonna leave that there. You can come back and use it to knock out some small little buggers, gigabytes or whatever. I don't know. It seems smaller than that. Megabytes. Probably smaller than that. My person's still very small. I'm surprised no one questions this person. They actually really, I guess they are for like an adult and the size of adults in adult series. And I like having the sign right next to this person. Maybe just 32 by 32, the size of this person. I'm just talking about random stuff now. Oh, let's go order up some coffee. Oh, black and green. Nice little choice. I don't know. I think you guys, I do have some hope for y'all that you can remember, like, if you put a certain teas in it or not. I don't have much hope for me, I don't know. Oh, phone's like, I want to be noisy. Black and Wither. I still have to think of like the shop now and the researching. It's probably some of the bigger ones I need to do now. Like we're really getting through this. It's nice. Oh yeah, table. So I just want copies. I'll show you guys what the problem is with copies. I don't know if this one will actually exist. I guess we'll figure out someday if it does. More like a coffee machine. Might not be the first I got fully working, but you know, it was the first thing I did. Why do I keep pressing X? Well, I don't know. I can place it, but that's it. We can also get a second coffee. and phone. As well as the stuff probably didn't delete properly. I have to fix that up later on. I could probably set that up too where it shows the proper type of teapot if I have everything else correctly done. Sink. Which one is table for? I still gotta do takeaway earlier too, don't I? But yeah, this one, the game is always very clear with the pathing. Like, you usually know where you gotta go. The flat whites, come on guys. Someone's addicted to the coffees. Might have to change the sizing of some of these things. I gotta figure out that bug. I don't know why. I'll have a look at it before we end. So we go down to the mats. I really like how the ordering stuff works. Like, I really did well on that one. Like, all the stuff looks so cool. And I feel like you can really, like, understand that, oh, this goes to this table and all that. I was always thinking about having it above, but I kind of like the idea of, like, having them on the side there. And, like, eventually you can add different paper color, and I wouldn't mind having a point. I wouldn't mind, this is something I plan also, with why we do have a lot of varieties of paper color for the orders to be sitting on. But I wouldn't mind, like, be able to have that random or have it a solid color. Like, that'd be some cool customization. I'm also gonna do pin recipes, don't I? I'll probably move on to that soon. Because I expect for one that I expect to be more broken is the food over the cakes or over the coffee. Basically, that's matching up all the names. So then, coffee has its name, the display item name, so it's your dessert basically, and then your normal food, which could be another cake. The second cake doesn't work, but the coffee doesn't seem to work either. Those are only two problems I have with this. And I also need to add, like, all the sides too, but I think I've fully done that. Must have. Must have added some of the sides in. No, I haven't got the clusters. Clusters haven't, like, made them expand. I don't know what I did there, but I guess there we go. Oh, and to make sure that it's called, if it's the food, like proper food. And that's to figure out where, like, I've done all the eating left or right or whatever you want to call it. And it's got all the points down there. Base scratcher if it's mostly done. And then if it's a cake, that's how it gets a small plate. I probably can sum that up a bit better. Cap lock, why? I'm just gonna this just in case I got that somewhere else. Or maybe that could be another solving way of solving another problem. I don't think I got the phasing of that correctly. Definitely no. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna do the other way. So I got one up here, the first one that orders that out. That's sometimes I question things. This is where the coffee is now. We just saw right in it. No, maybe. Here we go. We find the problematic child. Now, if someone orders coffee, which, you know, they're all going to turn into tea lovers, just you see. I see it in the eyes. See, I told you. I see it in invisible people's eyes. I knew they were wanting to have the tea. Like it doesn't help trying to remove it whenever it's not a tea. Oh, whoops. I'm trying to put the teapot in the mirror. Oh my god, look at this. They just want clean. Now, so see if I can get that to save at one point. Nope, look at these buggers. I told you, all they want now is tea. They're not gonna let me know if I fixed the coffee or not. Oh my god. You know, just getting, I guess, you know, it's not that hard to get tea by itself when I don't have baked goods in the cupboard. But it's about the same amount of like chance as, oh my god. Oh, finally, cappuccino! I'm gonna have to put the codes down for that somewhere. I've gotta make the code page, don't I? Oh, I was getting a bit worried about your poor calves. Okay. Table number 2. Yep. We fixed the problem! Yes! At last, we can at least give everybody their drinks. And they're still bloody tea lovers. They don't want me to figure out how well the coffee works. Oh my god, they're still going. I like how when you want teapots, oh no. That'd be asking too much. I might put a limit to how many teapots you can get at once. Later on. Just like, you know, an extra thing to, like, if you want more teapots, you gotta buy them or something like that. So you can have more out at once. Oh, they want cappuccinos. I mean, I left my cappuccinos as well, man. There you go, buddy. Oh, now they want the darkness. Now I'm gonna soon add more coffee types. Oh yeah, there's also a way of getting tea in this as well, which is just using like pouring hot water down. Like, think about it as like having like a tea bag, and like just pour hot water on it. That's what I feel like it would be like. So you get your single anionic carbon. I think it's basically what they do anyway. A lot of cafes. I mean, why not? At that point, you could just easy make boiling water. You gotta have it for like black coffee. I think I might end it soon because I feel like I'm going on for way too long. This is more of a log in its own way, not really a game development logo, but not really meant to be as official as I feel like game development is meant to be more like specifically about something or more like about something cooler or cool. But this is like the background stuff, overall background stuff, I don't know. I feel like it's just give you a baby, like, or small update and things, not like, oh yeah, this is a really cool thing I've added in, like the devlogs are. That makes no sense. Or really cool thing I'm middle of adding. This is just like the end stuff. Like I finally got the homepage done and dusted. It sorts out like orders, so they're not every like you clearly see there's more buttons over here and all that. Like if we go to where's the book? I don't have the book up. I guess that kind of makes sense. I have the book code up, but not the book itself. Yeah, see how we got all these different tags and names and all that? Like, basically what I've done is if they don't have anything in them, probably it's to save it from like going like Westby, because no. And I've also added like interaction to these buttons because at one point they have a blinding white light. They were turning real white and blinding you. See how there's no hard or no medium or hard there? And you press easy and go straight to whatever you need to go. We go back to home, baked goods, change the list of baked goods, and it does save the page in the way it's built. That was completely by mistake. Oh, no, it's having a moment. The biscuit base is taking over. Look at that biscuit base. And then I probably think that's because it's uneven. If I was to say what I think that causes that problem. And there's only 2 blends, other something coffee. And yeah, and then we can do go back to all our words. Oh, Biscuit Base is still trying to get me. Okay, well, Biscuit Base is part of some evil cult trying to take over everything. I don't know what it's doing. Look at the Biscuit Base, it's always here. Oh my god, it is always here. Biscuit Base, look at it. What's dreams? Where am I? If you're watching this for long enough, it probably could. There's a possibility and chance. Like, at the moment it's not flawless, but it's really cool I got the 2 pages working because, you know, it's something I always wanted to do was make sure the 2 pages are working because, you know, there's going to be a Westby or 2 in the game that probably take over the 2 pages, which I will build that in if I need to when it comes down to it. But at the current moment, we just got, like, 1 page recipes. Like something like coffee, you're going to have. Coffee doesn't need to have multiple pages. I also want to show, like, with coffee, the different types of coffee as well. That's the reason why he ends up getting a page. At first I was thinking, no, I didn't want a page, but I think I do want a page. Same with tea as well, just to give you, like, a basic idea of how to get the tea as well. And then it shouldn't be that hard to find, as it'd be the only one. Coffee and tea would be the first ones underneath hot like beverages, like hot drinks. You'll be able to find them like that. And it's like not too, I don't know. I have to see when I get into it, but I don't feel like it's too inconvenient. And then you're also going to eventually have a pinning system I should add in, I'm going to add eventually. That's probably like our next goal is to add in the pin system. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but like make sure it doesn't take up too much space. Like, I do want to add more of this as well. Like, I don't think these Westies are fully like got everything they need to have in them. Like I said, with the timer is a big one. But at the moment, that basically the base part is pretty good. Like, this is the bare bones, and it's looking really nice. I don't know, I could have it next to the oven itself, like, you know, like 10 in-game minutes or something like that. Because I'm not gonna, like, put temperature down, like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gonna do temperature, like, set the temperature and all that. Moment. So I hope you enjoy. I'm Redcollarwolf. Now, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And I'll see you next time. The figure I have in this one, if I have not said that, because I'll say a lot of things times, but hey, that's how it goes. Yeah. Get more excited for this one, because it's coming along quite well. I've been, like, mainly focusing lately on this one, because I know I'm going to be kind of, like, focused on it a little bit when it comes down to its time, like, so you get something in the devlog. But last devlog, I mainly just focused on this in the devlog, didn't really get much more. Is a problem. I want to get that one eventually done, but I know that I can't do it now. But I do want to eventually get that one done. It'll be one of the coolest ones ever. Because I like this world I created. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. See you next time.